What inspires change? What motivates us? It's what's inside that moves us. What moves you? Get the Scion story at scion.com.
"18 babies were born at Guam Memorial Hospital last night as Typhoon Francisco brought a lower barometric pressure over the island. GMH health educator Renee Vexler says 11 expectant mothers also checked into the holding area beginning Wednesday so that they wouldn't have to drive as conditions worsened. But only one of them delivered during an already scheduled cesarean.
Well, just with the pressure changes, you never know if somebody is high risk or getting close, if that might cause them to go into labor early. So then they're here already.
The women in the holding area weren't allowed to bring a family member or other companion into the hospital with them. Public Information Officer June Perez explains that while GMH wants to make the mothers comfortable, there just isn't space to accommodate extra persons.
One of our bigger storms in Pongsangwa, right? We had just moms alone numbered 80. The room's capacity was 80, I believe. So if we were allowing moms to bring in a support person or an escort, it would just really become a very unmanageable situation and a very uncomfortable one for the moms.
Visitation hours were also suspended for patients who were admitted to the hospital once the island went into Core 3. But patients were allowed to have one family member or support person with them through the storm. Not much else was different at GMH as Francisco scraped by the island bringing tropical storm force winds. But the incident command system was activated to make sure services continued through whatever the weather would bring. William Kando says the command system is activated in any hazardous condition.
One of our biggest hazards that we need to be prepared to respond to at GMH is typhoons. We have a tropical cyclone response plan. Tropical cyclone is ready for any kind of depression, storm, typhoon, whatever it is. Our plan can operate, so we can flex it up and down depending on how bad it is. Even a storm can be very dangerous if it's a direct hit.
Before the island even went into condition of readiness 3, nursing administrator Gemma Beth Simbillo says patient volume was fairly high, but the emergency room didn't get any busier than usual as the island went into Core 2 and then Core 1.
Pretty much we already have our set staff that are on call. We did not have to activate anyone to come in and stand by. Usually, depending on the type of storm it is, if they're to come in at a point where we estimate that it may be dangerous winds, dangerous road conditions, we actually start bringing them in before their shift. They stay on standby until we activate them for their actual shift, and they relieve the current shift.
Expectant mothers were allowed to go home, and GMH reopened to visitors at noon today, even though the rest of the island remained in condition of readiness 1. Betsy Brown, PNC News.